This is the Mics Are Open episode 209. My name is G Money.
Andy Young.
Ashley.
Big C. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever
Wait,
you
have
are.
you guys pressed record?
Okay, start again.
Give it some.
This guy was so ready.
Who?
Hey, Calvin is ready to get things off his chest today.
Good afternoon,
I
good
can't
morning.
wait.
Yes,
Wait,
my name
wait,
is
wait.
Calvin Wangoko. Sorry.
Same second. Jams haven't fell. Haven't gotten on it.
Oh, 5-second rule.
All right.
The mics are blood clot open. Check, check, check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late.
Yo, what's up? This is the Mics Are Open episode 209. My name is G Money.
Andy Young.
Ashley.
Big
Going on?
C.
Are my shoes in shot? They are.
Do we kick them away?
Or are they okay? They're my shoes.
Aesthetic.
I can guarantee they're my shoes, but it's been one of those long days, man. It's like...
He was taking a
Shout
lovely
out to
nap.
Venant for the socks.
Nice.
I wore them for the first time. You know, it's his love language.
Yeah.
Oh,
His
yeah.
Socks.
Socks and t-shirts and...
Oh,
yeah.
are we recording?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
why did you introduce yourself?
No.
To whom?
See, I was ready to say good morning, good afternoon, like a professional podcaster. Have you ever watched the podcast like from different countries, from wherever you're looking in? We
you know
know
what?
there might be a
Man,
time
no,
difference.
Do you
So
know
vanilla.
what?
Good afternoon,
Do
good
you know
evening.
what? Sometimes
what?
I
Good
just
night.
sit down and wonder, where did Zimani get this clown from?
What's that? Like, yeah.
Like how? How did your paths cross, bro?
By the way-
who is responsible for this link up?
By the way,
They need
it's
to
like
be punished.
it's the late Saliva Vic. Shout
Oh.
out to Saliva Vic, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Man,
Damn.
saliva.
Yeah,
Real
man.
guy.
Big up, Saliva. He was Nick and Deda's older brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. He was a funny guy.
By now, Saliva would have tweeted what? In the morning, every single morning.
Give thanks to Jah for another 24 or something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Nice.
mean? So, but he's
Funny
a
enough,
funny guy.
I have CDs he gifted me way back, like 3 of them. One of them is a Kusma CD.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
a
wow.
music.
Oh.
Yeah. Like
He
you
was
know,
a
it's
music head.
music head, like
music
proper.
head.
Like you know those things
Former
when guys
Kapmula.
you know one of the things I've come to realize, right? When you have movers and you're moving from like one place to another,
Yeah.
I think there's things that you need to
That you find.
you need to actually pack for yourself.
Yeah.
Then the movers can do everything. So
True.
that and like a Walkman I have.
Right.
Those things are
The funny thing with Saliva, and this is a true story, is I remember one time walking into the studio because he used to be on Uptown at some point, Uptown Radio, and he was also used to cover shifts on Homeboys. Walked into the studio, he was in tears, absolutely in tears. Like, you know, team. I'm like, yo, what's up? Because you know, he's like, man, this song is beautiful.
Oh, wow.
yes, that was Saliva.
Yeah, that was Saliva,
Wow.
man.
Oh,
literally.
wow.
Rest
all
in peace,
day.
man.
He felt it, huh?
I remember the day I sacked him, and he was just not bothered. He was just like, all right, cool.
It's easy.
It's easy, G. You know, we're brethren still. We're still boys.
Oh,
Damn,
wow.
I bet you felt bad, bro.
Felt bad, man.
Saliva was just one of those guys, man. His energy, I don't think is replaceable.
Unique.
Unmatched.
Yeah.
Absolutely unique. Like,
Rest in peace, man.
always up for a good time. Oh, man. Saliva.
True.
Yeah, man. Anyway, how you guys doing? How's your week been? How's life? How's everything?
I'm good. My week's been great. Nothing out of the blues. Kind of boring.
I
Yeah.
can't.
Bro,
man.
it's a motherfucking short week.
No, that's the week. It's a short week. I can tell you. My
For
week.
who?
My weekend last weekend.
Yeah.
Hey. I hit the bottle, guys. Like,
Yeah?
like back like I never left, bro.
Really?
Friday night, Grouchy and I were at Blue Martini.
Oh, Blue Martini, yeah.
How am I leaving the club at 4 a.m.?
Oh,
What?
wow.
Papers.
Serious?
I had to get someone to drive me home. That was
I'm proud of you, bro.
that was Friday.
Wow.
That was a good night. Saturday I took it easy. Oh, Saturday was Richie Spice.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Tell us
Okay,
about
please.
that
I didn't have a drink. I didn't if there was a bar there.
one. Wow.
Do you know what I mean? Then Sunday we had an activation at bar next door,
Yeah.
and I got high again on Sunday. Like I had someone to drive me home.
And this
Still
is
proud of you,
Kiambu
bro.
Road.
Kiambu Road.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Like,
yo, that Kiambu Road joint is, bro, that's like a flight.
That's
It's
true.
a flight.
Yeah, it's a flight.
you know, like you hit it. Like you know, like if like I'm not that I never advocate drink driving.
Yeah.
But if I have a little bit to drink and I'm in Lavington, I might risk it to get home. You can't risk it
You
from
can't.
bar next door.
You can't.
I said it like Owich was like, yo, come check it out.
It's a different continent.
I told my guys, 3 p.m., let's go. Bro, what time? Ask me what time we left Kiambu Road.
What time?
7 p.m.
Wow.
I was like, guys, this is like, yo, respect,
Yeah.
but fam,
This is far.
yo, do you know we left 7 p.m.? I got to my house 8 o'clock.
That's a lie. It's not a
I
full
swear
hour.
to God. No. Because considering you're coming from Kiambu Road, traffic cut through, it's like 7 p.m. You get, there's still quite a bit of traffic.
see that, I can see
Yeah,
that.
drop guys, because I had to drop Kevin. Fam, by the time I got home, literally, it's been a night.
Fam, but
Like, I'm not even lying.
bro,
At 8 p.m.
Yo,
but
I was,
It's
I
like
was,
you've lived the
bro,
whole weekend, you know, at
In
night.
one
Bro,
night.
like that one day for me, I remember guys asking me, yo, what's up? What's your plan?
Nope.
I was like, bro, me, I'm nice.
bro, that new bar next door is so far that when you come home, you gotta decide an hour to your watch.
Cross the green.
Yo,
Oh, God.
you know, like how they advertise it. I love how they say, "Yo, the burbs."
The burbs,
Fam, they
yes.
need to talk to like one of these airlines out of Wilson, like land at Wilson at what do you call it, Windsor or something.
Windsor, yeah.
I would pay that. Like they tell us,
Take
What
off at
time?
7:15 Nairobi. Land bar next door 8 o'clock in style.
bro, if they charge us 1,500
It's
for
fine.
that flight,
You're inside.
sour.
Sign me up.
Bro, let me tell you.
With pre-drinks.
If they decide to fly guys from Kiambu to Wilson,
Yeah.
that flight will always be like this. Mad. I'd be
But it's
okay
a good
with that.
vibe though. It's a good
It
vibe.
I've been there several times actually, and I always have a good ass time.
Yeah, and
a
the food,
good
the
ass
food
time.
was good.
Yeah.
I'm one of those guys. Anybody tells me, yo, we're headed to Kiambu Road to bar next door. What? Are you for real? Do you guys have a driver?
No, it's like no. Like I'm heading to bar next door. You have to say today or tomorrow.
Yo.
Let me prepare.
So that was Sunday. For
Yeah.
me, Saturday, Friday was different for me, very chill. I had like a social gathering and everything. So I got home pretty early. Well, early is relative. I was home by like midnight. Saturday morning was my daughter's thingy, swimming gala. So she's like, "Ooh, we gotta be there by 9 o'clock." Being the awesome parent that I am, guess what time I pull up?
10:30.
Oh hell no, 11:30, bro, on time for the race. This girl
I
out
feel
there
you.
like, where this nigga at? Yo, I
Nah,
pull
she-
up. I just chill, look at the parents. I look Team Green. Proud dad. We're winning. House.
She's in the
house
greenhouse.
Greenhouse, of course. You know, money, right? Environment.
Yeah, green and yellow UDA. Go on.
Same difference. Fam, I don't know what this shorty does. She's been hyped, right? For the swimming gala, everything. Yo, she forgot what race you're supposed to be.
Oh, man.
So, like, there's this teacher
Oh,
of
no.
theirs who was just my hero. That guy was looking frustrated or hungover. Because the guy was talking to
both.
them. Ulikuwa wapi? The guys look.
missed her race.
He was tired. Yo, those guys were just like, fam, bro, what can we do about you? So me, the dad, I'm there, I'm like,
I'm
fam,
responsible for this.
y'all gotta make a race for her.
Yeah.
Because I came all this way to cheer
No,
her.
I have to see her.
Not only that, like
Yeah.
you best get your ass in that pool. Swim somehow.
Yo, so she does this race, her and another girl. Bro, her auntie's just like, go, Jojo, go, like running with her. Me, I'm like, oh, you know, now I never had a dad. So
Wow.
you get.
You don't know how these things are
So
meant
now
to
me,
go.
I'm racing behind the aunt. Yo! Bro, my girl gets to like the mid. I can see the strength is just not coming, bro. She's like falling into number
So she
two.
wasn't the fastest swimmer.
So she's like, I'm just like, girl, just fucking
Stop
finish.
the legs.
Yo, she came out number 2. I'm like,
In a race
that
of two.
glucose in a race of 2. Number 2, at least, yo, she wasn't last. She was number
Well,
Speaking
I
about
mean-
absent
well.
fathers, I think I had one of my glorious moments on Twitter this week.
2. Oh, yeah, I saw that shit.
So Dennis Mbati tweeted about how his advert came on while his son Remy was watching Coco Melon and his
Yeah.
son skipped it. I replied, My dad skips me too.
Bro.
Let me tell you, why were people offended?
I don't know.
Like, some people were like I had to like block a few people off of that.
Why are you so G? How long have you been on Twitter? I'm surprised now that you're surprised that people respond like this.
Bro,
I'm surprised that you're still out here blocking niggas, bro.
Oh, no, I block. Hey, I do.
Why?
I block people, even if it's nothing to do with me, I still block you. But you know,
Fuck you, fuck your
I must
shit.
be the only person who can block someone in advance.
But you know one thing I've come to realize,
Just in
right?
case you think about it.
Yeah.
Insurance.
Yo, let me tell you, there's a particular project I'm working on, right? And I've gone back to like Facebook, right? Bro, you guys think Twitter is pain and everything. Facebook, those niggas write compositions. They're like, fuck
Whole
your
aces.
product. What, Nini, what?
Yeah.
Bro, Facebook is different.
I hear-
Like, I came back on Twitter, I was like, okay.
I hear that's where people go to actually get change. Like if you want real change to be executed, go to Facebook. That's where people are crazy about
But
shit.
you know, it's that like speaking about socials, how even Instagram now allows you to put GIFs in the response.
yeah.
That's ghetto
up.
as fuck.
No, I've been waiting for this for years, bro.
They do.
Cause for
Hold
some
up.
of us,
What do you mean?
See, so like you post something, Calvin's having a nice day, and I reply with my usual sarcasm. I can now reply with a GIF. Imagine.
Like on Insta stories.
like on
no, it's
like on Facebook.
Hold up.
but this is
Like
IG,
on
IG
the
comment
comments.
section. Yes.
Yeah.
Allah.
It's a good, bro. I've been waiting
It's
for
bad.
this for a
I
minute,
saw it
bro.
yesterday,
No,
actually.
It's
It's
amazing.
bad, man.
Really?
It's amazing.
Like I see people putting like GIFs that don't make sense.
Yeah.
That's
wow.
a damn thing, bro. That's a damn thing. But I feel like it's very representative for someone like me who some words sometimes might not be the response that you want. Like you want a GIF to show you this is how I'm
what I
feeling
feel.
about it, bro.
Facts.
Hey, kwanza pale kwenye comment section.
Facts.
Yo, now that you
The baddies, man.
Before I forget, right? So
Baddies.
when we were done with the thingy,
the
swimming
swimming
gala,
gala.
right? So I gave her back her phone. Yeah,
Oh,
we're
finally.
happy. What? I topped her up with 100 bob of airtime.
Oh, you're generous.
To call the hose now.
A whole 100 bob.
I was
Go
gonna
on,
turn to you
go
like,
on.
wow.
100 bob. You should have seen me, bro. I'm not even kidding. I was like, how do you sambaza? I
Oh,
asked her
damn.
that. Like, I was like, yo, anyway. But you know what is crazy? Is actually, which was a highlight for me, and we took a photo. Fam, my shorty had never seen a phone booth.
A phone
Well,
booth.
she's like 10, bro.
Bro, I was out there proud. Yo, I was like, I wish this phone booth was working. We show her how we used to reverse call. That 10 bob, you put it with like a string. You're calling your shorties who on midterm. They're like, hey, Calvin, you have a lot of money in school.
Yeah,
You're
baby.
just pulling the coin. Yeah, you know, I just got to talk to you. I have missed you. Yes. Used to do that. Bro, do you even remember the other one for the spoon? You invert the spoon.
The spoon.
You jam it down, the coin thing. So it just hits, it registers.
Oh, like
those-
a coin, like it's a coin going in.
Those phone technicians used to be at our school every week. Because us guys they were like, bro, shout going out to Telcom Kenya, by the way. If you guys ever need me to help you guys go on ground right now, I feel like I might be able to pay you guys a couple of shillings
Damn,
for
what if they bring them back like
For
for
what
real,
you stole from them back in the day.
bro,
No, the facilitated. The word is not stolen.
when you think about it, though, like
Facilitated.
when you think about it, like phone boxes were actually the ghetto, and I'll tell you why I say that. So when I was in London as a kid, my grandmother, I don't know how, people have got some weird things. There was a particular phone box that people used to go to make calls back to the Caribbean. There were, I don't know,
What do you mean, particular phone book?
So maybe there were digital ones and there were just the analog ones. For some reason, somebody told West Indian parents the digital one them last longer. So we used to go to this phone box all the way, like a bus ride from the house, just for her to call Jamaica.
Damn.
And then I thought to myself, like, when you think about it, bro, that was the absolute ghetto. That's the equivalent, right, of, I don't know, someone asking to use your phone. I don't know, it's like there's a phone that you just leave somewhere that somebody could. It's. Ugh.
But no,
You
I
remember
get you, bro. But it's circumstances, bro. Like I
Facts.
remember these times my mom used to take me all the way to town just so that she can make a call to someone and then we do our own little business, then go back home. But that was the main agenda of getting into town to make a phone call to someone else. Somewhere.
Was that with the Simu ya Jamii? Was that what it's
No,
called?
this is even before Simu ya Jamii.
Or the now.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
saying maroon,
Yeah, no, not-
maroon phone booth.
Yeah, bro. And
Maroon.
not
So
many
there's
people had the
maroon, green,
landlines
and
in their
yellow.
houses.
Yeah.
So what,
You know.
what was the difference between maroon, green, and yellow?
Maroon is like, so when we say like phone booth, right? If someone is referring to the phone booth era and they say maroon, that's like deep 90s.
90s.
Going into
Okay.
yeah.
Simu ya
Then the
Jamii was
2000s, we're now
2000s.
going into the early
Simu ya Jamii came
Green.
later on. I even remember using Simu ya Jamii in high school.
In high
Simu ya
school.
Jamii. So when we did the Safaricom podcast, it was 20. We're celebrating 20 years, right, of Safaricom.
Yeah.
So think about that's 2020. So 2000. So around that period, so Simu ya Jamii came around 2002.
Then that was after now the green whatever.
right,
Yes.
Booths.
And still, when the Simu ya Jamii came, Telcom was still there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
phone booth was there all the way up until 2008, 9, thereabout. Wow. Yeah.
What Telcom were the ones who had the Simu that you open with the big ass wire. Or that was just a phone.
The antenna, I
Depended.
know.
Yo, I was
different
talking
phones
to
had
that
some.
guy.
Can I say, speak about phones, the very first paycheck I ever received, this would have been July 91. Damn. No, shit. No. No, it was
Okay, looks like I
November.
wasn't thought of.
Yeah, November 91. My first job. I got my first job November 1991. So the first paycheck was the end of November. It was £501. I can even remember to this day. I know
Wow.
there are people doing the conversion now and they're like,
yeah.
oh man, that means he was getting paid more than I was getting paid now. Like,
Yeah.
all those years ago.
£501.
That's a lot of
And,
money.
and then back in 91,
yeah.
Bro,
You're
£501
balling.
It was
£501.
nice.
I wasn't balling, but I was okay, right?
501, if you do equate it to, inflation and everything, fam,
that's a good salary.
That's a Lamborghini right
That's
now.
Right
good,
now.
yeah.
You know the crazy thing?
Yeah.
Before I paid my rent, before I paid for food, before I did anything, the first
You went
thing
to
I ever,
Jacobs.
the very first thing I ever bought was a phone.
What phone was it?
Bro, it was
And why?
It was a Nokia City, man. The shit was about this big. Like it was about all right, the phone itself was about a foot long.
Yeah.
The antenna was about a foot long as well. It had the antenna coming out the back.
Yeah.
Bro, you ask why?
yeah.
Bruh, because I guess that was my introduction to tech.
Yeah.
On my own money. Like if you were anybody in those days, you had a cell phone. Bro,
It
this
was a
thing was
statement.
Can I ask?
so
Can I
did
ask?
you have
how
like
are you
a bag for it?
Yeah. How are you
Yes.
carrying it?
Bro, this thing had a holster like a gun. You talk about third leg, this was your fourth leg. Down your leg, bro.
So it used to be like
Honestly, like
All
you
the way.
keep it to your belt. It goes out like that. Mobile phone theft in those days, bro.
someone just
was
comes.
you can't just pickpicket someone. You have to rob them. Rob
You
them.
gotta tell him, yo, pause. I'm robbing you.
Bro, and let me tell you, those phones, and this is crazy when I think about it. You know, in those days, your mobile phone did not have a SIM card. Your phone number was programmed into the device.
Yeah.
So
This is
basi-
like a Thurai or some shit. Like
you
a-
have to like you take it to the shop, they do this thing on the computer, and then your number's embedded into your phone. So what became business was because you know that we used to, you've heard people talk about your burner account.
Yeah.
That comes from those days because you have burner phones. So what we used to do now was, let's say Calvin has a phone or Radio Africa have a phone or Homeboys have a phone. The unscrupulous phone dealers would tag our accounts onto their number. So we could use their phone. We had
The
two
credits.
phones. One phone we'd use to make calls on their number, and then we receive calls on our own phone.
so that you
So
don't
was
use
the-
your own.
deflection.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's called your burner account.
Yeah.
You get me?
That's
So-
smart.
That's deep.
Bro, it's not
Yo,
so
don't-
deep. Fam, walking around with two of those big ass phones. One is your burner account. Bro, when those phones rang, fam,
Unafanya
It could
famazo kila
everybody-
siku.
you get me? Bro, you know what? Guys used to get into fights and slap guys with phones.
I could see how.
Bitch.
But it's crazy, like when you mentioned earlier, you mentioned about your Walkman.
Yeah.
And fam, I'm telling you, it was the craziest thing. I remember when I used to go. I've never been on holiday, but when I used to go on holiday, when I used to go back home, and you'd leave London, bro, and you know what you'd do? For me, I was a reader, so you'd pack like 2 books for the flight.
Yeah.
You'd pack a stack of CDs, your discs, man.
Yeah.
You'd pack your camera. Everything that you'd pack like 60.
Gadgets.
Everything that you packed then to go on a flight is now in
In
phone.
one
Your
phone.
one
True.
device.
That's why so when you had hand luggage on a flight, Your hand luggage was to carry all the shit.
It's like 50
Like,
kgs.
you see now, you see guys traveling and they only traveling with hand luggage.
Yeah.
Give thanks to the era
Amen.
when your hand luggage was real. Bro, in those days, you actually had like plane tickets.
Actual.
Actual tickets. So when you go on this leg of the journey, they tear off this part of
And
it.
another.
Oh, man.
Man,
Damn.
it's crazy.
Speaking of phones,
You know, before you transition into that, quick fact, right? Now that we're talking about phones, Kelvin, our Kelvin, right? His dad was amongst the 3 first people to have a cell phone
In Kenya.
In Kenya. Guess who was number 1?
Who?
Moi, him, and the state house. What's his name? The guy who wrote a book.
Controller.
The guy who press secretary. What is his name? The guy who wrote a book the other day.
The one that's Nini.
Lin Jiru. 3 guys.
Had cell phones.
Yeah. So Moi would call the head of press and this and Kelvin's dad. So those guys, imagine.
Just the 3 of
like
them.
those 3 guys. Moi has one, he calls you because he's now moving, going to Kabarak and everything. But now if it's the office, his house, remember like when you talk to guys in Gava in that era, you were in your office, but you had one hotline. Direct, no one tampers with it.
Right.
This one is state president straight to you.
Right,
But at
right,
that
right.
point, cell
Only
phone
the
was
3
just in.
guys.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
It's deep.
That's crazy.
I don't know if you guys saw this story. I first of all, I thought it was a scam. I thought it was just, those internet stories. And even if it is, I mean, it's a fun conversation to have. An Indian official pumped 2 million liters of water out of a body of water for 3 days to retrieve a fallen Samsung Galaxy.
You know
Bro.
that's energy. Like
No.
I did it because I cooled.
First of all, that story was on too many proper sites for it to be
To not be
To
real.
not
not
be
be
real.
True.
Yeah.
because it was even on the BBC.
Yeah.
At some point,
Oh, was
right?
it?
Yeah.
Damn.
So the thing about it is, it's like I saw that story, and the overriding thing that I said, I asked my guys on radio was, "Do you have anything in your phone that can sink you? That can sink you? Like, for example, like, can you comfortably just give your phone to someone and all the passwords and be like, there you go through my phone."
You remember when
I
we
Hey, me
remember
neither,
when
bro.
we talked about me losing my phone at the event?
Yeah. The Jules event.
Yeah, the Jules event.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
was fine with my phone going. As long as you don't get into my hidden files, that's it. That's
But
about
let me
it.
know.
No, so but the thing about it is now,
And notes.
but this begs here's the bigger question, right? What could he possibly have had on that phone to make you pump 3 million liters of water in a country not best known for having adequate water. resources?
Also,
said-
three-
Ah,
I can name you a couple of things.
Like what?
Vladimir Putin's nudes.
Bro,
Yeah.
also, it's
bro.
the
First
21st
of all,
century.
if
Wait.
you have those,
Sleepy
you're
Joe
dead.
Vladimir.
You're not alive if you have
Yo,
those.
Sleepy
Second
Joe.
of all, they don't exist.
Yo, Sleepy Joe.
No, firstly, we're in the 21st century. This shit is on your cloud.
But to answer your question,
KGB?
he said that the smartphone had official departmental data.
Exactly.
So
that's
it
why.
had-
That's
it had to be
rubbish.
found.
That's why I'm saying.
That's
Three
rubbish.
days,
GB.
it's gone.
Rubbish.
Bro, the GB.
And even
Bro.
after all that,
Bro,
they couldn't recover anything from the phone.
because the phone was waterlogged.
Yeah.
I'm
Exactly.
saying to you,
Fam,
there
yo,
is no even if it
Listen,
was gone.
it's better to have it than not have it. Fam, if they couldn't recover anything.
It's
me,
fine.
I'll go to bed that night, those ones for like, oh,
Oh,
thank you.
thank God. We're taking this one to the grave.
Yeah, literally.
Like, yo, fam, Vladimir be like, my friend, I
Fam.
like the effort.
I can't.
No, you're not alive, man.
There are things in your phone that can sink you. I get that.
Yeah.
But is there anything in my phone worth displacing 3 million liters of water? Nah.
And that's the thing. Doesn't he know that 3 days later your phone will not be able to be retrieved? Like you can't retrieve any information from that phone.
Fam, let me tell you, good cause kind of things. Yo, me, I donate that water somewhere.
That's the thing.
Just
They
to
said
prove a
that
point.
water could have donated massive pieces of land
Okay,
in
hold on.
terms of irrigation.
So when we say
For a
3
phone.
million, what's that? Like in cubic meters?
A lot. That's
Damn,
like 6
unataka
million,
tuanze hiyo
6
hesabu,
million and a
manze.
half liter bottles of water.
Okay, so
Jesus
like
Christ.
those bottles for those lorries for Ngong Road, how many of them?
I don't know. It's
Those
like a
carry
lot.
what?
The
Like
clean
10,
water
20?
ones.
Yeah, those ones. Like 50,000 liters?
Yeah.
So
2 million liters of water pumped out. This was enough to irrigate 1,500 acres of farmland.
Wow.
1,500 acres
2 million liters of water, bro.
at a go. So
Yeah.
that's like Moya. an irrigation scheme.
Yeah. Like, I don't
For a
know
phone?
how big the land is,
That's
but yeah.
deep.
Right?
Yeah, it was deep.
Literally.
Yeah. Where? Fam,
You couldn't get
there's
divers.
something.
There's something.
I
There's
laughed,
something.
bro.
Yeah,
I
I
Yo,
laughed.
that must be, that hence I said Vladimir.
there
'Cause
must be something.
It
Like,
must be.
in the comments, you guys are watching this live. Like, I don't want you to be on this live chat.
But you know
and
what?
also in the comments, do you have anything in your phone that is so important that you would drain a dam of 2 million liters of
But
water?
you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, your wife.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Like, if you don't want your wife to ever find out something,
I-
guys will go to higher levels, bro.
To
Those
find
are
out-
high.
Fam,
Those
I
lights
agree
are-
with-
fam,
I agree
listen,
with Calvin.
you put
Yes.
Vladimir, wife, I am like Vladimir,
Yeah,
hug
but
me,
like,
bro.
all right. So let's say I'm a deep sea diver,
Yeah.
and for some
Hey,
reason there's a
even
drought.
me.
I'm a deep sea diver. Even and then I find this phone in the lake. I don't know whose phone it is.
But it's
Valid.
gone 3
But
days
valid.
later.
But here's the thing, I go on to be president in the next, my guy Ruto's on.
Out to politics, man.
10 years, 10 years.
You know what I mean? So
9.
the year is 2032.
Yes.
Is it?
No,
Oh,
it's 27. 27.
42.
Are you giving
Two-
how
two
many?
ninis.
No, my guy's young.
No, but he's only gonna do 2.
Of what? 2 10 10.
2 terms.
You know.
Badilisha katiba. Yo,
Y'all
and
wouldn't even know.
before you move away from
Hold up.
phones.
No,
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
the theory.
Yeah.
2042. Calvin's running for president. Yo, what's it called? My phone fell 2023.
In the lake.
Yeah.
2020?
Yeah.
What is this? 2023.
Yeah, 20 years.
Yes.
So at that point, fam, I'm trying to tell you, even so I've become president, boom, I'm gone. The year's like 2000.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Don't do the math.
2000.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
Fam,
Umeturudisha
here's how I'm telling you
2000.
guys. You guys don't watch Nat Geo.
200.
Yeah.
Fam, I watch Nat Geo and they go and they're like, those guys go to the bottom and they see the Titanic. They're like, never ever seen footage of the Titanic. Like, it's so real and everything. And they show you like ornaments. They're like, oh my God, they were carrying so much gold. So these guys don't know about the iPhone 13 at that point, right? They're probably on like
Yeah.
what? Facepalm or some shit.
Yeah.
You get? Then they're like, wouldn't it be so good to see what this guy had on the phone? They've now got technology that can bring back all of those images. You know how the fuck shit is
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, okay.
Fam,
And all
my
that,
whole lineage.
and all that,
It's fucked
and
because
all
of
that,
that.
just to find a picture of the dog that you don't own. You know what I mean? Like, come on,
You that build-up was not for that.
right?
But you get what I
I get
mean.
it.
But yo, before last one on phones, ditching a phone case is the latest symbol of stealth wealth.
As in not
You
having
know
a phone
those
case.
telltale signs
Oh.
of I'm rich. Yeah. So ditching a phone case is the latest symbol of stealth wealth.
I can
Agree,
see that.
disagree.
I can see that. You know, like not on this.
Y'all are
device.
thinking about it. Y'all are broke. Cause
No.
unajuliza dem. Hiki yangu
No,
ivunjike.
so
I
the
can't
thing is,
even begin
on
to
my last
imagine.
device, if you all remember, my last device I had a phone screen on it. We didn't have the phone
Cover.
The case.
cover because once you've walked around with your phone like this for
Yep.
3 days, you never want to put it back in the case.
Fact.
It's such a beautiful thing. Now, the only reason that it's in the case now is because when I went to sell it, they were like, this shit be scratched as fuck. And I like to keep my shit. But yeah, I get it. Because the problem with all of these phones is, especially iPhones and Android phones, the high-end ones.
They've replaced the thing in the back thing with the glass, right?
I don't
What's
know.
that now?
It's mattish.
I don't know what it is. But
Yeah.
the problem with these phones is,
Provocative.
but it's provocative. These phones are actually beautiful.
Yeah.
When they actually do the whole the reveal
The
and
reveal.
everything, and it's got the beautiful cameras and the matte finish and the this and that, they're beautiful. But they're so fucking expensive
Yep.
because we're broke. They're so expensive
We?
that we
You know,
What is this? We are broke
You know,
business.
we are broke.
My
We are
friend,
broke.
please speak
Here's the
for
thing.
yourself.
Bro, I am broke.
you know, me, I'm not climbing this we're broke thing, bro.
I'm not boarding
I'm
that
not
one as
boarding
well,
that
bro.
shit.
Yeah. What
My
is that
guy,
now?
Where's my camera? I saw Uhuru Kenyatta
Let's
the other
go.
day. I even saw Baba. Hey, shout going out to Baba. Yo, Baba's phone case is like a fucking tank. You get me?
Yeah.
Covered in shit. It's
I'm
black.
mad.
Next time you see him doing, check out his phone count.
Wow.
Yo,
Best imitation ever.
You just didn't do that. You did not do that.
We do not associate with this man.
They're my homies and they're rich. What are you trying to tell me that's
Lord,
a stealth
right.
thing? Yo, they got coverage.
Wow.
So you're not buying that stealth wealth thing.
Listen,
don't
even if
really.
you're rich,
Yeah.
when your phone cracks and fucks up, you will still go back to the previous thing.
Right.
It's better to have it and not need it.
Yeah, than not
Oh,
have it
yeah.
and need
It's
it.
better to not have it.
Yeah.
Especially in case your phone happens to drop into a dam. Oh, I forget we don't, but build dams.
Wow. Wow.
Right.
Where shots everywhere.
Imagine
Hide.
snatching Baba's phone at a thingy.
A rally.
A rally.
Oh, wow.
You'll find selfies of him, bro.
You'll find
Swear.
yourself.
Like
You'll
those
also
close-up
find yourself.
selfies. You know those uncle selfies of here, the whole forehead, the eyes.
You'll also,
It's like you accidentally opened the phone and the camera was there. And you pressed, okay, take the photo.
you'll
Yo,
also
what kind
find-
of photos does Baba
Bro,
have on his phone?
but no, but hold on. The person who grabs Baba's phone in a rally is not getting not even 5 centimeter steps away.
Oh, hell no.
He cannot. He'll be pulverized.
Baba
What?
just goes on the mic. No, I'm not going to do
Do
that.
it. Mom, some more. Anyway, let's go. Guys.
You know, hold up. But whose phone would you rather steal? President Ruto, Uhuru, former president, or former prime minister? Whose phone looks like it's a sausage?
I know Uhuru's phone. From
Yo, I
President
want Uhuru's phone.
It's lit in there.
Who and who again?
President Ruto, ex-president Uhuru, and Baba. Who's
Mi nachukua ya baba mimi.
Those uncle selfies.
Mi nachukua ya baba.
I know,
manze.
I know.
I'm stealing Uhuru's phone.
His is lit.
So
Uhuru's got every meme,
I
meme.
swear.
Yeah.
I know his vacation pictures are lit. Like he's out there, doing crazy
I know
shit.
he's got the most M-Pesa.
Fact.
He's got the most.
I
His
know.
M-Pesa is legit.
It depends on
I'd text mom and be like, send a little something to this
So
number.
you get to Uhuru's phone, the first thing you go to is M-Pesa.
Me, I'm texting mom.
Yo, for me, honestly, I think I'd take the current.
Why?
Bro, he doesn't drink.
So what's gonna be in there? And he's a praying man.
Yeah.
You'll
Homies-
find
No
buses.
offense,
Yo,
but
yo,
I
yo,
think
yo,
Ruto's phone
yo.
would be boring.
Yeah.
Homies
Bible
who don't
verses
drink.
from the wife, nini.
Homies who don't drink, go to the comment. If you know what time it is.
No, we don't. Please explain it. What
Like,
gatekeeping is this
fam.
now?
Of guys who claim to not drink like
There's a
that.
compensation.
There's something they're trying to hide.
You gotta have a vice.
No,
You gotta have a vice.
We have to find out what is hiding.
Wow.
I'm here for that.
Speaking about not drinking and speaking about people who are in the church and stuff, bro. I've really been thinking. I've been thinking about this over since today, and I really think that there's some legs in this, bro. I think we should tax the church.
Yeah.
Like I've really been thinking about it, like deeply, like so. I did a bit of research. I typed into Chat GPT. I did a bit of research. I tapped into Bard, and I said, give me a rundown on the finances of the church. And like I said, give me a short report on the finances of the church.
Yeah.
Then when it gave me the report, I actually went in and verified what it said for one particular church, just to see that it was getting the right information. So this is what it said, right? It said, sure, here are some notes on the combined income of churches in Kenya annually, right? The combined income of churches in Kenya is estimated to be around 200 billion per year. The largest church in Kenya is the Christ is the Answers Ministry, Sitam, has an annual income of 2.5 billion. When I researched that in the newspaper, in online, that was the figure that was online, 2.53 actually. So, other large churches in Kenya with significant annual incomes include Nairobi Chapel, 440 million, Mavuno Church, 291 million, All Saints Cathedral, 190, Nairobi Baptist Church, 163. The majority of church income in Kenya comes from tithes and offerings. Other sources of church income include fundraising, donations, and business ventures. right? Then it says, it is important to note that the combined income of churches is an estimate. The actual amount of money that churches collect each year depends on the size, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
Now, here's another story today as well, right? Pastor arraigned in court for stealing money intended to buy church seats.
Wow.
2 million shillings. This is in a clergyman in Muea town, right? The churches, right? We have pastors who are as big as politicians now.
Yeah.
That's a fact, right?
Yeah.
These churches allow politicians to go in them and say their things. Remember this thing about just before Uhuru's sheep's farm was invaded? What was said before that? The inflammatory speech by members of the government before that. It took place in a church.
Yeah.
It did.
There has been so much political stuff happening on the pulpit. Why are we not taxing the churches?
Facts.
Now, let me ask the question. Let me finish, right? If you work for a church, is your salary taxed?
Yes.
Yes. Right. So you're telling me you don't tax my employer who makes 200 billion a year, but the little he
tax
pays me
me
because guys who in church are not paid no great money.
Yeah.
It's service.
Yeah.
But the person who's doing service for that organization, it's a criminal enterprise when you think about it.
Facts.
Think about it. Now let's go even deeper than this, right? What is the percentage of how people tithe?
10%.
10%.
It's a structured given 10%.
And they say that 10%, if you want to give more,
You can
You
give
go
more.
ahead, yeah.
Which many religious zealots will give more, or they'll give you'll have the poorest person
Yeah.
giving the 10%.
Yeah.
So we have superstar pastors as big as politicians. We have churches giving their platforms to politicians, right? Let's add more spice to it. We have cults in the name of religion, as skewed as you may think it is, doing heinous things.
Yeah.
What is the justification when you're telling me that you want housing levy, when you're telling me you want an increase in content creators or whatever's withholding tax, whatever it is, right? Right? When you want all of these things, why isn't the church being taxed?
funny actually, it makes sense, right? So you said 200 billion churches. He
Yearly.
came to. Right,
Yearly.
so the housing thing they're trying to pass is 9 times 12. What's that?
912 is 90. No, it's not 108. I think it's something like that.
Something.
can
It will
tell
come
we're
to less.
creatives.
It will come to less, right? So from the housing
108.
thingy, the housing tax, or rather,
Yeah, whatever it is.
it's
Whatever
this
it
love
is.
it.
Chama, whatever they want to call
Yeah.
it. It's raising about 9B a month.
9B
think
a
about
month.
it. Yeah.
Right.
9B a month times
12 is
12.
one. So
It's still less than,
what the churches
The
are
charge,
making.
yeah.
right? Guys are Ford, right?
Yeah.
Boom. There's your way to make
There's
your
your money there.
Easy.
Easy.
There is your money, and the thing about it is, let's look at it, right? The big issue that we have with taxation in Kenya is, it's not we're heavily taxed.
Yeah.
But if you could see where your tax money was going,
You'd
because
be-
even in the news today, there's some schools or something that was closed because money hadn't been dispersed in time to those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw the shutdown or the slowdown in services over the last couple of months because civil services servants were not being paid in time, right? Fam, in 2023, you have this organization, high-profile organization, that even politicians will give money to.
Yeah.
Because they know that money is not being taxed. When a politician goes to a church and says, here's 5M, or here's a M, or here's 2M, or it's 500K.
It's clean.
It's
yeah.
clean.
Yeah, untouched. Yeah.
Fam, it's an organization.
Let me see.
Why are
let me-
churches not being taxed?
Let me ask you. What will that be answering? What problem will it be
That
solving?
problem will be an increase in government revenue, which should lead in a good government to an increase in services.
No,
for everyone.
Here's the thing. It's for me, I feel like it's so straightforward, right? We go to a church where all of these guys are talking about poverty, right? Guys, when you saw Pastor Ezekiel and everything that he's doing, let me liken the Christian, the churches and this fund, right? So if you guys are insisting on this whole fund and everything, I saw Ruto the other day. Where was he? Was he in Bungoma or Busia last weekend? And he was like, yo, at the ground over here, we want to be able to build houses for all of these guys. You get what I mean? He's like, yo, the houses are just not in Nai. They're going to be in Busia. They're going to be in Kakamega. What. All of this. I love it. Great idea and everything. The government is trying to create a solution for informal settlements, right? Even went further to say that we want for there to be such good housing so that people are not going back to their shambas and using shambas that should be used for agriculture to build one house. You know, it makes sense in all of this.
Yeah.
But my thing is this, my problem with government and okay, there's always going to be a technocrat who will try and explain what. From my little sense of me running my household or a business or what.
Yeah.
There's just some small things we can actually deploy. I don't need like an economic degree to justify. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you tell me, say for instance, I have 9B, right? I say, I'm going to spread the first BBB into a county. Nai, the Jenga a housing project for $1 billion, right? Another one like that. So it's all balanced. There's ways around it, right? So that we can now come back and say, okay, in all of these years, we've gone and constructed. But for me, you're trying to tell me, bro, after 7 years, I will now have access to a house which I'll be able to buy and pay up for the next 30 years.
And they'll still tax you for it.
So, bro, so I'm
They'll
just
still
Google.
tax you for it.
Unlike many believers, churches in Kenya are required to pay taxes. According to the law, churches are required to file annual returns.
Yes.
So they're required to file. Because you know what? Us guys, we confuse filing returns with paying taxes.
Taxes, true.
Right. Now, churches enjoy various tax exemptions, such as the exemption from paying income tax on tithes, offerings, and donations. So, they don't pay tax. The majority of their money comes from tithes. There's no income tax. So, I just want to...
So, essentially,
yes.
read that again.
So,
their sources
churches
of income.
enjoy various
The
tax
largest.
exemptions from paying income tax on tithes, offerings, and donations. This income is exempt from taxation since it doesn't fall within the scope of taxable income elaborated under the Tax Act.
So the
Brilliant.
largest
Right,
income.
So, you know where we're going with this?
So now, you see, it says it doesn't fall under that last bit.
Right, scope of tax.
Scope of tax. Cool. Now let's take it further. Let's bring it back to the chart and law and everything. Insurance. They want to charge me 16% off of the premium that I pay if my car does this or that.
The compensation
So
that you get.
if an act of God happens and my car is fucking whatever and is insured, right?
Yeah.
And there's that insurance premium I pay that
Yes.
says your domestic ward,
Yeah.
Acts of God, yeah.
what. So what the fuck are we trying to say?
No, take it to another level extension. I want to make a direct appeal to Radio Africa. A direct appeal to Radio Africa, who are my employers. I, from now on, and I say this on camera, I don't want you to pay me a salary. I want to offer you the services that I offer you, as the service I offer you, but I want you to donate amount of
A
money to
sizable
me.
amount.
A sizable amount of money to me every single month. Yes? It's not a salary,
That's
it's
not
a
a salary,
donation.
yeah.
It's
a donation.
an offering.
It's an offering and tithe.
Or donation.
That doesn't fall under the tax.
In brackets.
Give me a donation or an offering that does not fall under the scope of taxable income. And that way there, you can give me all of my money.
You
all
know
of
what?
it.
You know what? Listening to you,
What?
let's think bigger.
What do you mean?
I'm going back to what you've just said. Right? You've said it's a donation, it's a tithe, it's
It's an offering.
offering.
Yeah.
Fam, let's open a gospel radio station that has a church.
Wait, do gospel
Lakini,
radio
tunalipia
station?
frequency. We'll have to pay for the frequency.
So will you pay for that if it's
There's ways around it, clearly.
But
Right?
you-
Then
you
we
run-
even
you-
if we
okay.
no,
Oh
it's
my
This guy has
goodness.
ran a pirate radio
You
station.
get-
You've ran an
it
online radio
makes
station.
so
I'm sure you can
much
come up with something.
sense.
So will we equally be taxed?
Exactly.
In the name of God, who? What?
They're thinking
Bro,
smart, okay? There's a
It's
difference.
a church and a radio station
No.
together.
We talked about
Wow.
opening a church once, right?
But you see, how long have we talked about opening a church?
Exactly.
I dropped the ball on that.
Fam,
By now,
Can
would
we
have been-
focus, guys?
let me tell you, if there's one thing I've come to learn is, lawyers get paid a shit ton of money. It's actually to just read the law,
Yes.
understand, and just
Find
Navigate,
loopholes.
yeah.
You can actually take that to court and say, like, you see what you were just saying. You go to Radio Africa and you change go to uni, get yourself a doctor's whatever. Change your show. Say it's going to be the what do you call it? The moment meditation. Every damn time.
I saw your
Right.
tweet
Oh,
about
you
the
want to talk
heathens.
about the moment of meditation?
Fam, and just
It's a
Just like that.
You're touching a
the
nerve.
group was lit. It's been an interesting
bro,
week.
like it's
So the world famous moment of meditation is
It's
more.
no more.
how long has it been gone?
It's been gone for this is second week.
2 weeks now.
Yeah.
So what
After
happened?
how long? How many years?
After what 15 years.
I think it did
Jeez.
its time.
I think the last time it went is when the station had a scandal. So I'm just waiting for the next one. Hold
Oh
up.
yeah, we need it back now.
Hold
yeah.
up.
Oh, no.
It would come in
Hold up.
handy right now.
You didn't go with
Damn.
that guy.
No. Remember they got rid of it before that.
And then it
but
came
I'm saying,
back.
like this time.
No, it's still there. It was there. It's been there.
But that guy left, right?
No, but he's. I don't think. Well, anyway, that's beyond. That's whatever.
Holy shit, that's like
stop
from
with the
beyond
subs,
the
bro.
grave.
I know.
No, I'm actually
They won't get no. As we
No,
get it,
forget
they
it.
won't get it. They
no,
won't get
no,
it.
but you see what I said?
That's what you mean, yeah. But
It's from beyond the grave.
so my thing is,
Oh my God.
my thing is, I don't mind changing a feature on the show or dropping it.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, the moment of meditation is a daily inspirational section on the
Affirmation.
show. Affirmation. There you go. And we play like a gospel song. I don't mind dropping anything on the show. I'm open to dropping it. The reasons for dropping it is what I have an issue with. It sounds like young people don't want to be told what to do. Like young people don't want to be preached at. It sounds like you're giving people advice. They don't want advice. And I'm like,
That was the reasoning.
What do
was
they
the
want
reason.
now?
So
I just play music now.
They
I
went to
ain't replaced it.
KPMG and got all that data.
I don't know where the data came from, what information came from. So I mean, I dropped it.
That's interesting.
I feel like there's some
it
shit.
was along
but-
the lines of it feels like you're giving advice. Young people don't want to get advice, and I'm like, that's not actually true. But so when people ask me online, hey, what's happened to the moment of meditation? I say the heathen
I saw that tweet.
have removed it from I'm not taking responsibility. Why am I covering guys? I didn't want to
True.
drop it.
True.
If there was a reason saying that like you got to drop it because no one believes in God anymore, sour. But like the reason of dropping the feature because of young people don't like advice.
And I don't even think you do moment of meditation in a very religious way. Like it's more affirmation and like
Awareness.
asserting people, awareness as well. Like you're just giving information that also experiences that you've gone through. So I
Anyway,
don't know.
for me, like if anybody asks me, I'm giving them the heathens at the place that I work decided they don't want on the show no more, and it's gone. See, it's their station. It's not mine.
Here's the thing, right? Here's one thing I've come to learn with humans. Man, you can't make all of them happy. But if Elon Musk, my guy, decides he's selling tickets to whatever. To Mars.
Let's
My nigga,
go.
this podcast finna be from 2 planets. FaceTime me like, ooh, Calvin, what time is it?
Would you go to space though?
Oh, hell yeah.
Would you go to space?
Yeah, for the travel, not to go to space, but for the travel. Let me explore. Let me get out.
Would you go to space?
Oh yeah.
Yo,
Also because I'm a
fam.
conspiracy theorist in some ways. So
I'd
You think
love-
the earth is
I'd
flat,
love-
Ashley?
no,
You're-
not
you're-
that, not that one. But they're convincing me slowly.
Like my thing is this, bro. The Milky Way, which is like one this is our
Galaxy.
universe, right? Our galaxy. There's so many out of them. Like
True.
the babes out here, are gorgeous and everything. But fam, imagine stumbling onto like some even like super gorgeous, goddamn.
No.
That alien yash.
No. Before alien yash. Before we even talk about alien yash, right? I mean, just
that
like
was one. Then all of the land. Oh my
just
god.
like no, all of the
Unataka
land.
kuzia nani land.
Wait, so I'm thinking, I'm talking more along the lines of the travel. Like, you see, like how Elon Musk went to space, didn't he?
They went up a Jew too.
Yeah, up here, but that's still space.
True.
yeah.
And Jeff Bezos went.
Jeff
And then they were
Bezos.
giving each
Branson
other
went.
those two things.
Yeah. So
Do you
my-
want some snacks?
So my thing is, would you go just like onto the edge of space like that in a spaceship?
I
That,
will.
yeah. But
Would you?
Yeah, you? You've asked us already.
The
You,
fuck no.
Why?
but
let's
you're
take
not even risky. You wouldn't
Let's-
even step into a
Let's take it
swimming
a
pool,
no
bro.
time. Yo, let's go.
Damn.
Let's,
I even
let's
forgot.
set foot on the ground.
Like on the moon.
On the moon.
Why?
Bro,
Why not?
fuck. Let me tell you.
For the
if
experience,
I set foot on the motherfucking moon, you motherfuckers can never tell me shit. Bitch, me.
I went to the moon.
What are you telling me? I've been to the moon and back.
Yo, police stop me.
I've been to the moon.
I'm like,
So what?
I was somewhere you were not. Fuck your lights, bro. I've been to the moon. I've been to the moon.
Wow.
Bro. Yo, let me
I
tell
don't.
you.
I think there's a genetic something in me. Like for example, the other day, I have a house guest and she's like, "Yo, I want to get up at 5 a.m. and I want to go to see the sunrise at Gong Hills." And I was like,
Okay.
"Why?" So I was like, "Why?" And I like that's something I'll never do. And she was like, "But you get up at 5 a.m. and go to work," and I didn't have an answer to that.
Yeah.
I get up to 5 a.m. I get up at 4 a.m. to go to
No
work.
views. Zero
No
views.
Zero views.
Zero views, bro.
No windows.
You can't be the
No
one to
windows.
judge, man. Because your windows are even tinted, bro.
Did I tell you there's a day we're doing the show. She's doing the show, I'm doing the show. Bro, I took a picture of how shit the weather was. I was like, yo, this is for your weather update.
Because you
Oh,
have no
man.
idea what's happening outside.
Right.
Yo, it's crazy, man. But
Every
but you
time
know-
I walk
but-
into studio on Saturday, Andy is like, well, how's the weather outside?
yeah, and every time I step out, I have to ask the guys who are coming in to do their show, like, how's the weather
Is
outside?
it
Like,
hot?
do I need to, yeah.
Is it chilly? Do I wear my hoodie?
But you know one thing, I'll give props to her, right? And this is for anyone who's listening. By the way, do whatever you want to do, because if you lose those habits, it's very hard to get them back.
Can I
Like to go
ask
to Gong
you?
Hill.
No, like to wake up and do that kind of spontaneous stuff. Because she makes a very valid point. Says like, oh, you wake up every day and you go do that. So it's
Yeah.
programmed in you.
Right.
It's also programmed in her to do that kind of stuff.
Right.
Or
what's-
she
let
can
me-
wake up and watch something else rise, man. So like,
Wow.
Let me ask you, G.
in bed,
What's the
we
most?
don't need to go to Gong Hills.
Wow. What's the most adventurous? Is that a word?
Yeah.
Most adventurous thing you've ever done in your life that you're like, oh my god, I stepped out of my comfort zone 100%.
Cheat.
I tried to do a parachute jump. That didn't work.
Did you actually do it?
No, he didn't.
You got there and you're like, no.
That this ain't for me.
So you tried. Okay.
I've never ziplined. I went ziplining with everybody.
Gee, so I don't know. Like, you don't have, okay, I don't want to call it the white people death wish.
But that's what it is essentially.
The risk
but-
factor.
no, the adventurous kink or
Like the thing
spirit
is,
or
like for
something.
example, you see like a bungee jump. Like my friend did a bungee jump in
Was this a Ghana or something?
no, it was somewhere in Africa. And like
Zimbabwe.
they videoed it somewhere.
Victoria Falls.
Somewhere.
That shit is the truth.
But yo, I'm saying like, bro, like there's a big lot of space between you and the ground, and you guys. First of all, how do you even jump off of that shit?
Yeah.
You just do it.
Your natural survival. That's your natural survival.
But it's-
instinct.
That's the whole
But
point.
you see, it's
It's a thrill.
It's not.
That's
You're not
the
doing
whole
it
point.
for 30 minutes. It's literally 2 minutes. And you're out.
Literally.
If
Yeah.
we could levitate or fly, we wouldn't be doing it, bro. That's the whole point.
Listen,
Yeah.
how's it gonna look as you go down and you shit yourself? Like,
That's what you're concerned about.
Bro.
Sorry.
But you see,
bro, I'm gonna do.
like,
I'm going to do
Oh, we're gonna have it on
Mid-air.
tape, bro.
mid-air.
this kind of stuff. Like yesterday, I was watching, and I shared it on my Instagram. The new Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
With our guy Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Right. You know Tom Cruise just pushes the motherfucking
And he does his
limit.
own
stunts. On
stunts,
Top
yeah.
Gun, same shit. What?
Yeah.
He's done the longest jump in a movie. Yo, that guy jumped off of that bridge 6 times in a goddamn day.
Right.
He gets to the ground, he's like, oh, I
Let's
didn't
do it
like that.
again.
Let's go again.
Right.
Boom, bikes, yo, parachute. Yo, the directors are just like, fuck.
This guy
but it's-
won't die.
But it's Tom Cruise. What the fuck are you
Right.
guys gonna say?
One of a kind
But
talent.
what I'm trying to say is
Like, what are they gonna say
What's-
about your life?
But what's the? I don't care what they say, but I won't be here. But like I'm saying, it's like what I'm trying to say is, it's like I don't understand the point. Like ziplining, what's the point?
But
It's
my
fun.
but my
adrenaline,
thing
bro.
is this, bro.
It's thrilling.
Yo, like you said, what are they gonna say about your life? Fam, listen, we've had this conversation. Heaven, fam, you pull up over there. Yo, Angel Gabriel, my nigga G Money, what's up? I used to listen to your dubs. My nigga, tell me about your life. You know, over there, he's just been on milk and honey, listening to nigga problems and shit. Bro, come with stories, man.
Yeah, you need to entertain
like
them.
Angels be on bets. Ile, who's next?
Yo, lazima hiyo manzi.
Sport Pesa out in heaven. Who's coming next? Yo,
No, but I can tell you this. Like, one of the reasons why this might sound corny, but one of the reasons why I love using bodas to get around, despite the convenience or other than the convenience, is I like experiencing the elements at a different speed, bro, because it's different. When you come to think about it, like, bro, every time I'm coming to work, the sun, the wind, the clouds are there, just people doing their thing, and then you get to experience that at a different speed, man.
Do you know, in the 60s, people used to talk like that, but it was after LSD.
Well,
So let me ask you.
yeah.
Are you into bikes?
Okay.
Riding?
Not riding, pause, but being a passenger, yes. I'm okay. For the convenience
your
of
bike?
moving
I was
around.
actually about to give it to him. Like, for real.
Hey, pause.
We're talking about
No,
writing and giving it to you.
Come on.
Like, let
come
me tell
on.
you, Austin asked me for it and everything. I have no attachment to it now.
Really?
Party, give it
Bro,
to him.
it's just
Pause.
my caretaker, right? Because he rides a bike and he services like the bikes by the parking bay. The guy be like, you know, he talks very funny. He's like, Calvin, it's a bit of a service.
Wanga
I'm
mnaomba
like, but
hivi.
hold on. I'm like, yeah, this weekend, we'll do it. Then I go, when I go to the barber
shit.
shop, my barber, the guy has a bike as well. Yo, he's chopped it up nice. It's like, Kavo, ile bike yako. I'm like, we'll service it this weekend. Fam, that thing, I've not even bought insurance for it since
Give it
last
to
year,
Austin.
November.
So you haven't serviced it?
I haven't serviced it, man.
I'm not willing to go back to learn how to drive something
I
else.
was
I'm
funnily
good.
at enough today. I was looking
or
at
ride for that matter.
I was looking at bikes
Napatiana
today.
license huko.
Yeah, but I was looking at electric bike. You know, my brother has like a dope ass electric bike.
Yeah.
Oh, like
It looks
Vespas.
like a real bike, but it's electric.
For me, bro, like, I
What
think
was you going through when you got that bike?
I was
I know what I was
bored.
going through.
Uh,
I know what you going through when you
What
got
was
that
that?
bike.
Oh damn! I remember the onset of this
Of the
event.
bikes.
Yeah.
I know.
It started with a skateboard. Don't forget.
yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
You know what?
It started small.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's
Man
talk.
started small.
When you got
Damn, yeah,
let me
let's
tell
talk
you.
about it.
So we've all seen the evolution of
Calvin,
right?
true.
Right, of Big C.
Big
You see
kahuna.
when you got the mic, when you got the bike, is when the money started checking nicely. Because he'd saved up, he'd bought a small car. You guys remember?
Yeah.
He got the car. Remember when we bought the car, he couldn't even drive. He almost ran you over.
Bro, almost.
Galana.
Almost.
The guy's
Don't
foot was
disrespect
under.
me, bro.
You know,
Almost.
funny enough,
Don't
right?
take that experience away
Pause
from
that
me,
story.
man.
Don't remind me. The other day, I don't know who was dropping somewhere on Lenana Road. Fam, I did the same shit.
But okay, we can admit Calvin is not the greatest driver of all
yeah.
time.
Well, even now.
Yeah,
No.
Even now,
Bro.
sometimes I enter his car and I'm like, oh shit.
Bro, there's so many times I used to
Listen,
tell Calvin,
no one
"See,
here
I
has-
can drive and
Let me
drop myself
drive.
at
Listen,
Galana,
no one here,
and then you go home."
No one here has driven to Arusha and back. I've done it myself.
And so what?
No, I'm still a better driver than you
And
are,
so
hands
what?
down.
But you see, to go is to see.
What was that laughter?
So G, continue.
It's all about the delivery, man.
when the money checked in, that's when the bike thing checked in. Because he was around some bikers, I don't know. And next thing I know, yo, G, I'm going to buy a bike. And I'm like, nigga, please.
Also, at this point,
was-
he had already moved twice.
No, I was about to say,
Right?
damn.
I think so.
The
You had
breakup,
moved,
the breakup
yeah.
was the set off of everything, bro.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
After
that's
that
true.
breakup, yo, I've seen Calvin glow, nigga.
Oh, no.
I thought that's why you wanted to take the conversation. Like, have you ever
But
seen
yeah,
a nigga
actually,
glow up after a
time
breakup?
frame wise, bro, that's why we pod. Now we're podding.
That was 19. I got my bike in actually it was my
2020.
2020, my birthday present.
I remember
Bro,
that.
but you know, honestly, for me, 2020,
You are a different person,
We
bro.
were dead bored. There was nothing much to do.
Yeah.
Bro, it got to a point I'd literally watch YouTube videos of bikes and learn, and learn. Then I tell my uncle, yo, I'm coming up to Tigoni. Do you have a Boda guy over there? Then he takes me to a field. And we just go around, do this, what.
You were low-key obsessed with it because I remember
you were.
every time he used to walk into Galana, when he used to pass by, he used to come straight to the production booth and he's just talking to Ace about like bikes.
Because he's a biker.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
biker. And I'm like, this guy is actually he's low-key obsessed. Look at you now.
But you know what? I think the bike for me, I think I was looking for adrenaline, to be honest. Bro, because the skateboard, that lasted a week. Bro,
And it was a wrap.
skating is
first fall.
not...
Now skating is something I did for a little bit longer than
Bro,
The
skating...
first fall you
I've
were
done
out.
both for a while.
Skating
Yeah.
was just like... Then biking, I was interested in it.
And you
then-
still don't know how to ride a bike?
I know how to ride a bike.
Okay.
What,
I'm
like
just-
a motorbike? But you
No,
know,
I
for
know how
you-
to.
for
I
you-
used to ride KMTs when I was a kid, bro.
you can go back to
Yeah.
that. And you can, if you can drive a manual, you can drive a bike.
Yeah.
I just
A
think-
motorbike.
I just think
Yeah, it's
No, there's-
no. Ask
Yeah,
Austin.
it is.
It's the mechanics,
gear levels.
so-
It's the-
yeah.
it's the-
Same thing.
Oh, like you mean not a bicycle?
A motorbike.
motorbike,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I just
Sorry.
think that like the way our things are and like for where I live now, it would be cool to have the bike just to do these little quick runs.
Yeah.
Up to here, down. Because sometimes like when you're going down the hill and there's traffic, so that's why I look at the bikes today actually.
Yeah.
But I have a bicycle, but I'm scared to ride it outside my house because, like, I see how like the matatus and cars usually handle people on bikes.
You have to
Oh,
be
yeah.
super aware. If
You
you're
have to be
if you're a
so
biker.
And I ride bikes very well. Like when I'm in Karura, I'll ride my bike.
Save your statement.
I have to, but then
ride
I look
bikes very
outside
well.
sometimes and I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna walk, and I walk to where I need to go.
So for bicycles, there's a whole movement. They used to do it by KICC and they'd ride around. And there's
There's
even a
a-
whole blue thing that they have movement.
There's a babe I follow and they usually cycle on TikTok. They usually cycle to like Embu, they cycle to Nevasha.
I've
You've
seen
seen
them.
her.
Yeah. They do
It's
those reactions
wild.
before and after.
Yeah, those kilometers are nuts,
It's
bro.
nuts.
Yo,
Yeah.
now that we're talking about cars and bikes and all of that, yo, Rick Ross, Envy,
Or the whole
Beefing.
beef, the car show beef.
this
Yeah.
car show beef, bro. Then you know there's Envy Diddy. I love it. Envy 50
Yeah.
on the side,
Ross, Diddy.
Rick Ross, Diddy, and Gucci on this other side. Then you have motherfucking Diddy, a rich kid with all of the toys. He's just like,
And Young
"Yo,
Miami.
Can I bring
Young
my
Miami.
jet down to your house?" I'm like, fam, everybody was coming to show their cars.
You've decided
Diddy be like,
throw it in.
"Yo, I know you gotta run away." I'm just like, fam, just shut the fuck up.
Relax.
But you know,
now.
but I'm glad you're speaking about jets now. Have you noticed how many like Kenyan like there's two DJs that I know. There's another guy who I follow, the guy who sells cars, Cairo.
Yeah.
How guys are going for their pilot's license. A lot
Yeah.
of people,
CPL,
my
eh?
brother is actually in that
PPL.
process now as well.
It looks so fun, bro.
It does,
I'm,
right?
I'm
Yeah.
low-key regretting it because my folks have always been telling me to do my PPL and I'm like, no, I'm good. Now I'm like, shit.
No, now might be even a perfect time, bro.
Might
It's never
be.
too late.
Are you guys gonna
It's-
pay me to fly you around?
It's down to like,
No, are you going to fly us around for free?
I will fly you. Let's go on
Because they
vacation,
get paid,
baby.
man.
Because I've been doing research, right? So like these little Cessnas, like a Cessna, is it 148 or something? Like the range is like maybe 1,000 kilometers, blah 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 blah. They're not that expensive. You can get them for like $50,000, right? But I'm thinking it would be so cool to be able to say I'm going to Mombasa,
Yeah.
and you just go down to Wilson, jump in your plane, take off, and fly yourself to Mombasa.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Shodi right next
The
to
only
you, bro.
issue is, but the only issue is, I'm scared of those small planes.
Also, it takes so much longer and you're thrown around in there.
But you know
like you
what?
get
Hey.
out and you have
Nigga.
back pains.
Yeah.
Your legs
let me
hurt.
tell you. Let me
Really?
tell you.
Yeah, it throws you around.
This whole, PPL, much respect to all of that and everything. This Cessnas and everything, fam. We gotta start doing it next level, bro.
With jets.
No,
What?
chopper style?
Yeah.
No, but I'm scared of Scott.
fam.
You're scared of everything.
Chopper.
I've never been in a chopper.
Bro, I'd rather do a chopper than a Cessna. The other day, I'm
Fact,
talking to
actually.
some guys
Have you
who
been
were
in a
flying.
chopper before?
Yeah, I've been on a chopper.
Wasn't there a promotion we did one time?
Yeah,
And
for
you
Safaricom.
And you went in the chopper
4G,
because
yeah.
I
Did you
refused.
refuse?
She was like, "No, I'm not going."
You,
I've
we
actually-
are leaving you
I've been-
here.
I've been on a chopper twice now, right? But let me tell you, so I was talking to guys who fly to like their Badeas
Yeah.
on those Cessnas, right? So by when you're going up towards Kiambu, the place that there's a new hangar. Out in Kiambu somewhere. So you literally go, you park your car, they pull out the car, the Cessna. You guys are like, cool, we're going to Naivasha, what. So, and I ask your folks this, right? I was being told when you're about to like descend into the Rift Valley, that shit, the clouds and everything is not a joke.
It's not a joke.
Like you're flying and the weather's changing. This is a whole wall which is a cloud. And if you're flying with an experienced pilot around that area, you don't even know about the Aberdares. You guys can go smack into the Aberdares and everything. So it's very tricky with those things. I mean, guys love them on a clear day. They're
Because both
amazing.
your parents are pilots.
Yeah, both my parents. And actually my dad, he's big on like gadgets and shit like that.
Yeah.
So he invests heavily on like aviation gadgets. And recently he got like a little Garmin thing. And he was like, this is the easiest thing to use when because he flies in very high risk areas. So he's like, this is the easiest thing to see if like there's any incoming weather or mountains that are not meant to be there. So instruments are very
Wait,
big
the
for
mountain's
pilots.
supposed to be there. The mountain's
You're not supposed to be there.
You're not meant to be there.
Yeah.
So it is very risky. Also the weather, and it changes so abruptly.
Yep.
So you have to be so keen. Like being a pilot is scary as well, I think.
Yeah, I'm not.
You didn't even come on the desert safari with us in Dubai, bro.
But
No way.
Imagine a
Gee.
desert safari.
Okay,
and
let
you're
me
just
explain.
drifting
We
in
need
the
an
desert,
adventure
bro.
time with
explain.
G.
Let me explain.
This adventure is going out and drinking and coming back home, bro.
That's the wild life.
That's the one.
So let me tell you about deserts. I'm glad you mentioned that. So after going to Dubai, after that trip, I went back to Dubai
Oh yeah.
with Kev, right, and some Jamaicans from London, right. I went on the desert safari.
And-
Nice.
I threw up in the desert.
Oh, damn.
My DNA is in the
the
desert.
desert.
Wait, did you tell them to stop the car so that you go?
Yeah, I goughed up a good one.
Oh no.
Okay,
Desert.
we'll allow it. If you tried it, we'll allow it.
Will
Would you
We'll
try
allow
it again?
Hell no.
We're
We'll allow
pushing
it.
it.
I'm risk averse, man.
You really are.
For me, I want to try the
You play it
thingy.
safe a lot.
Oh,
I do.
Oh man, when I was in SA, right? So you know, up to the Table Mountain and everything.
Yeah.
Cable car?
Cable car.
I'm not doing it.
Beautiful. No, but unless you want to hike.
Have you seen how those
You can't.
cable
You're
cars
not
do?
hiking to Table Mountain.
So we're at the bottom, right? On the cable car, and it's very going up
Table
to the table,
Mountain.
right? The guys are like, we're gonna have to take less numbers. I'm like, why? They're like, what do they call rationing over there? Load shedding.
Oh my
nigga,
God.
there's supposed to be two of them going down at the. They're like, okay, cool. We won't even take the maximum capacity because they're not putting it at full power. Bro. And you know the thing doesn't go up like this solo. It's rotating as you're going up. So you're
You
like
get the
seeing the
views as well.
mountain. You're seeing the town.
I'd throw up
seeing the
now.
mountain.
That I'd throw up.
Then you get to the top. It's so beautiful, right? And everything. So by far to the other side and all of that, there's a paragliding place. Bro, I wake up. So I was around this time. It was, it's winter in SA. It's going into winter. So it's very windy.
Kumbe those
What-
paragliders. Putting my life in a white man's hands.
You're mad.
We know how that movie ends.
Bro, I woke up. The day, the tours on the wine tours and everything. Then on
I'll
the
do
day,
that.
You'd go for the wine tour.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
The day I'm supposed to go paragliding, I get a text. The weather,
cloudy.
like I didn't even have to even get the text.
You
Woke
saw
up,
it.
so the curtains was like the table.
Okay,
you
so let
couldn't
me ask
see
you a
that.
question. You have an iPhone, right? Can you see the mountains from your hotel or from like the bottom of the mountain? You can, right?
Yeah, it's
Sit
literally
up.
there.
Fam, what do you think that zoom mode and that mode is for?
Oh,
What do you think that's
Right
for?
from your hotel window.
no,
It's from your hotel window. Then you go to edit
Bro,
picture.
like,
and then
Bring
you
it
go
back in.
dramatic, cool. What the fuck more do you want?
I know what you mean, but how lazy can you be though?
The
It's not
experience
lazy.
is
No,
different.
wait. Fam.
Wait, don't get it confused. I'm not lazy.
get it, I get
but
it.
what I'm saying is, like, you went to go paragliding.
Yeah.
Fam, in a country that had apartheid.
Yeah.
Fam, let me tell
You
you.
have every excuse. You took it to apartheid.
He started with
Bro,
you're not
think about it, right?
He started
Oh
with
my
the white man
God.
has my life in his hands. You know how that movie
You took it to
ends.
apartheid.
So
Now-
think about paragliding, yeah? You see, all you are literally is that man's cushion.
Oh my God.
Boom.
Yo, on the back of the black man, shit's going wrong. It's
He's
okay.
like, turn it
I
over.
have a nigga here.
But,
break my
but
phone.
let me tell you, that whole spirit of adventure, the other day I was talking to some pals. I want to do Scandinavian countries. And these guys were like, yo, you know my sister lives in this part of Sweden, what.
Sweden's
And I was-
beautiful,
and I
though.
was like, they're like, oh, you can stay this, that, what. But my guys, let me tell you this. Me, I don't mind, just me and my backpack. The whole
That's some
way.
white people
But
shit.
the thing is, like, I like to walk, right? When I'm abroad, you know, I love to walk in Amsterdam. I love to walk in London. Not Atlanta. Atlanta's no,
Yeah.
but in those European cities, right? I'm going to Montreal, and I'm already googling parks and this and that and that. I like to walk when I'm not in Nairobi. Because I don't want to be robbed. Yeah, I'm a coward. Yeah,
okay.
But the thing of it also is, it's like I like to walk in these places. I don't want to walk up a mountain.
No, you think
That
that's-
I feel you.
No, you see
That
that
I
thing.
feel you.
So the other day, when I took the pictures on top of the Table Mountain, one of my homies sends me a message. Is like, "Yo, how was the hike up?" I was like, "Bro, I took the cable car." The guy was like, "Yo, every time I'm there, it takes us an hour. They just go like
Bro,
rock
there's a
climbing all
pal
the
of
way to
mine
the top."
flew
They're
back into
quick.
the country 2 weeks ago. Like, yo, welcome back, man. Let's hang out this weekend. Man's like, yo, no, but we're gonna climb Mount Longonot. I'm like, alcohol, bar next door,
Or a mountain.
fucking Longonot. I'm never calling that nigga again. Like,
But I feel like honestly, if we should try it, we really should.
But you see,
We can
there's-
do this. We can go up to Ngong Hills, okay? Drive up to
and
Ngong
then we
Hills.
get right back to the beginning of the conversation.
Exactly. Drive up to Ngong Hills, park our cars somewhere, put out nice little mats and a little picnic basket with whiskey and wine bottles and a cheese tray, charcuterie. Charcuterie?
Yeah, that one.
A charcuterie tray.
Sorry.
Okay, some sandwiches. And that's going to be our adventure.
You know what? Actually,
I'm down for that.
You know what?
Right?
Yeah.
You know
See?
what? Fuck it. Let me treat you guys. I'll take you guys to the gun range. Kimbo.
I like the
Yes.
gun range. I like the gun
Now
range.
you're
All of you
talking.
guys. Yeah, I figured.
Now you're talking.
I will actually do it. Let me know what Saturday we arrange. We
Now
just
you're
go
talking.
gun
Say
range.
less.
It makes
Say
sense.
less.
Because
Say
I know you
less.
guys just walk.
Now everything like
Hip hop video.
Yeah, what you trying to do?
this has been the mics are open. My name is G Money.
And the young.
Ashley.
Big C.
Bro.
Rat-tat-tat-tat.